Not all fish were born to live in groups. While many species depend on the shoal to feel safe, others are lonely by nature, and forcing coexistence can generate stress, fights, and even death in the aquarium. If you are looking for a calmer environment, easy to maintain, and that respects the individual behavior of each species, knowing the fish that prefer to live alone is essential. In this video, you will discover 9 amazing fish that live better alone. Some are aggressive, others territorial, and there are also those who simply do not tolerate company. We'll show you both fresh and saltwater options, from classics like the Betta to exotic species such as toadfish and lionfish, all with strong personality and perfect for individual aquariums. If you want to avoid conflicts and still have a beautiful fish, active and full of presence, stay with us until the end. Have you ever had a solitary fish in your aquarium? Count in the comments. And if you like the content, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive more tips like this. 1. Betta splendens, the solitaire classic among all ornamental fish. The Betta splendens is undoubtedly the best known when it comes to solitary behavior. Also called a fighting fish, it carries this fame with good reason. It is highly territorial, especially among males of the same species. When placed with other bettas, or even with fish of similar appearance, colored or long fins, it can attack without hesitation. Even with females, the coexistence is only safe in very specific situations, such as in breeding tanks. Therefore, the ideal is to keep the Betta alone, in your own aquarium. A volume between 5 and 10 liters is sufficient, provided that the space is well maintained, with lid to avoid jumps. Heating between 75 degrees Fahrenheit and 82 degrees Fahrenheit in clean water, without chlorine. Despite his fame of resistant fish, he needs a stable environment to live well. In addition to the unique behavior, the Betta stands out for the variety of colors, tail shapes, and its ability to recognize movements outside the aquarium. It is a great choice for those who want a beautiful fish, striking presence, and does not require coexistence with others. A true protagonist in solo 2. Paradise fish Macropodus opercularis. The paradise fish, Macropodus opercularis, may deceive with its serene appearance and graceful fins. But in practice, it is a territorial fish with strong personality. Although many beginners think that it can live in community, the reality is that the male of this species tends to be aggressive with other fish, especially with other males of the same species, or fish with flashy fins. Therefore, keeping it alone is usually the safest choice. It is a resistant and adaptable fish, ideal for medium-sized aquariums, with at least 40 to 60 liters, well decorated with plants, trunks, or rocks that form hiding places. In addition to space to swim freely, he appreciates areas where he can shelter and establish his territory. Temperatures between 72 degrees Fahrenheit and 79 degrees Fahrenheit are ideal for keeping you active and healthy. The paradise fish is also quite curious and interactive. It usually explores the aquarium and even recognizes the presence of the owner in time. Its vivid color, which can vary between shades of blue, red, and orange, makes it a visual highlight. For those looking for a fish of remarkable behavior that lives well alone and brings life to the aquarium, it is an excellent choice. 3. Logfish, Chelman rostratus. The trunkfish, also known as Chelman rostratus or copperband butterfly fish, is recognized by its elongated body, fine snout, and vertical stripes in shades of white, orange, and yellow. Its exotic and delicate appearance makes it one of the most striking species of marine aquariums. However, behind the beauty there is a very particular behavior. In nature, this fish lives alone or occasionally in stable pairs, and this trend remains captive. When kept in aquariums, Chelman rostratus does not tolerate well the presence of others of the same species. Territorial disputes and stress are common when more than one specimen shares the same space. Therefore, the recommendation is to keep it alone, or at most with peaceful fish of other species that do not enter into direct competition for space or food. This is a demanding fish, suitable only for experienced aquariums. He needs a spacious aquarium with excellent water quality and specific feeding, usually based on live food such as small crustaceans and worms. In addition, their adaptation to life in captivity can be slow. With the right care, however, he becomes the center of attention for both beauty and quiet and reserved behavior. For the Oscar, Astronotus ocellatus is one of the most popular aquarium cichlids for its unique combination of size, intelligence, and strong personality. This fish can reach up to 35 centimeters in length and therefore requires large aquariums, at least 200 liters, and well-structured. Its behavior is remarkable. It is extremely territorial and dominant, especially in small or poorly configured spaces, although it can live with other fish of similar size, such as some catfish or other robust cichlids. Many aquarists prefer to keep it alone. This avoids fights, competition for food, and territorial disputes. In addition, an Oscar alone often becomes the king of the aquarium. displaying its interactive behavior with more intensity. One of the most fascinating characteristics of the Oscar is its ability to recognize the owner, respond to movements outside the glass, and even accept food directly from the hand. He also rearranges objects in the aquarium, such as stones and ornaments, according to his own taste. Its color pattern, which can vary between shades of black, red, orange, and even white, makes each copy unique. Keeping an Oscar on your own is not a sign of isolation. It's a way to respect your space and allow your personality to fully flourish. 5. The lionfish is one of the icons of marine aquarism, known for its exotic beauty and imposing behavior. With long fins and striking stripes, it catches the eye immediately, but behind the elegant appearance is a venomous and solitary predator. By nature, this fish has dorsal thorns that release toxins capable of causing intense pain in humans and, of course, pose a real threat to other aquarium fish. In nature, the lionfish hunts and prefers to live alone, a habit that remains captive. Being slow but extremely efficient when catching prey, it can attack smaller or more agile fish without warning. Precisely for this reason, the safest recommendation is to keep it alone or with very well-chosen companions, of equal size or larger. And with equally calm behavior, your aquarium needs to be well structured. With hiding places, live rocks, and controlled lighting, the water quality must be impeccable, with stable parameters and low organic load. It is a fish suitable for experienced aquarists who know how to deal with their specific needs. Alone, the lionfish becomes a central, exotic, and imposing piece, perfect for prominent marine aquariums. 6. Copperband butterfly, fish Chelmen rostratus. The Chelmen, popularly known as copperband or long-tailed butterfly fish, is one of the most elegant marine fish in aquaria. With its golden and white vertical stripes and its slender body, it conveys delicacy and sophistication. However, his behavior is more reserved than his appearance suggests. The copperband is a shy fish, which does not deal well with territorial disputes or very active or aggressive fish in the same environment. Therefore, many aquarists choose to keep it alone, especially in marine aquariums where it is possible, to better control the stimuli. The absence of competition for space and food tends to favor their adaptation. When isolated, he explores the environment calmly and shows himself more active and confident. This is a sensitive species, which requires a well-matured system with stable water parameters and excellent quality. Their feeding is also a challenge. The copperband usually rejects dry rations, preferring live or frozen foods, such as small crustaceans, worms, and mollusks. Although it requires specific care and is more suitable for aquarists with some experience, the copperband rewards with its unique beauty and quiet behavior. When well maintained, it is a real visual highlight in the aquarium, even living alone. 7. Killifish, especially those of the genus Nothabranchius, are fascinating fish, both for their variety of vibrant colors and their particular behavior. Although small and visually delicate, many males are highly territorial and aggressive to each other, even attacking females when they are not in reproductive period. For this reason, it is common for aquarists to keep only one specimen per aquarium, especially in simple or exhibition installations. This approach, in addition to respecting the natural behavior of the species, avoids stress, fights, and injuries. Isolated, the killifish tends to be more active, displaying its intense color and curious behavior without interruptions or threats. Another striking feature of these fish is their short life cycle. Many species live only 6 months to 1 year, makes them ideal for aquarists who like short-term projects or want to experience reproduction in fast cycles. They are also relatively easy to care for as long as they receive good quality water, varied food, and a quiet environment. With its almost artificial colors and exotic appearance, Killifish is an excellent choice for those who want to escape the obvious alone. He reigns in the aquarium with elegance and personality. 8. The Magornda, known as gudgeon violet, is a fish still little known among Brazilian aquarists, but that has been gaining space for its singular behavior and resistance. Native to regions of Oceania and Asia, this fish has a distinctly solitary temperament. Even with fish of similar size, you can show aggression, especially if you feel that your territory is being invaded. For this reason, the gudgeon violet is a great choice for individual aquariums. Live well alone, as long as the environment is well structured, with natural substrates, stones, burrows, and plants that offer hiding places and delimit visual territories. This helps reduce stress and stimulates your natural patrol and exploration behavior. Its color is discreet, usually in grayish, bluish, or brownish tones, but it does not go unnoticed. He compensates the sober appearance with a striking personality. He is attentive, curious, and usually interacts with those who approach the aquarium. In addition, it is a resistant fish, adaptable to different water and feeding conditions. For those looking for a different species, with active behavior, solitary, and easy to maintain, The gudgeon violet is an excellent choice, even if still uncommon in the hobby. 9. The toadfish, of the genus Antenarius, is one of the most exotic and enigmatic creatures of marine aquarium, with a robust body, peculiar appearance, and impressive camouflage ability. It stands out not only for its looks, but also for its unique behavior. It is a solitary predator by nature, which spends much of the time motionless, mixed with the environment, waiting for a perfect opportunity to capture its prey with a sudden attack. This species should not, under any circumstances, be kept with smaller fish or that can fit in your mouth because they will inevitably be eaten. His mouth is surprisingly large and his appetite voracious. Therefore, the toadfish is safer and more stable when kept alone in a specific aquarium for it. In addition to being extremely interesting to observe, it requires special care. You need a well-matured marine aquarium, with water of excellent quality, decoration that allows hiding and feeding with live or frozen fish or crustaceans. Its slow locomotion and curious appearance make it ideal for experienced aquarists looking for a fish out of the conventional standards. For those looking for a solitary, eccentric, and captivating inhabitant, the toadfish is a true underwater collector's item. Not every fish needs company to live well. In fact, for some species, loneliness is not a problem. It's part of their natural behavior. These fish prefer their own space, are territorial, or simply feel safer alone. And when we respect this, we offer them a more peaceful, healthy, and stable life. If you are thinking of setting up an individual aquarium, for aesthetics, practicality, or even to avoid conflicts between species, the options we show here are ideal. Some of these fish are extremely interactive, others are discreet. But all have something in common: they do not need and often do not tolerate company. In addition, many of them have unique behaviors, striking colors, and become true protagonists in the aquarium. Betting on a solitary fish does not mean having less action. Often it means having a more confident, visible, and easy to care for animal. So, have you ever had a fish that you'd rather be alone? Did you have any experience with one of these species? Share it with us in the comments. And of course, if you liked the video and want to continue learning about aquarium, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell not to miss the next content.